absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old timer.
Put it in the budget.
Okay. Biodegradable plastic.
Yeah, definitely.
Fingers in there?
Plastic.
Biodegradable plastic.
Styrofoam.
Are you ready?
Should we start?
Please stand for a moment of silence and salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the Westfield Leader, advertised on January 9th, 2014. Notification was sent to the Star Letter and prominently posted on the municipal public bulletin board and filed in the office of the municipal clerk, informing the public of the time and place according to the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975. I would appreciate it at this time, just a reminder, turn off your cell phones or put them on vibrate. If you must take a call, please do so out in the hall. Are you ready, Ms. Ariana? Roll call, please.
Mayor Petracchi.
Present.
Council President Palmer.
Here.
Councilman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Matthew.
Here.
Councilman Yersted.
Here.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Here.
And Councilwoman Tedisco.
Here.
Minutes, please, Ms. Ariana.
Regular meeting of the Mayor and Council held on February 11, 2014. Workshop session of the Mayor and Council held on February 11, 2014.
Are there any corrections or changes? May I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
Ms. Ariana, communications, please.
New Jersey State League of Municipalities, Mayor's Fax Advisories,
Received and filed?
and Comcast.
Received and filed. We have no ordinances this evening, so we will go right into our committee reports. Police, Councilman Martin.
No report.
Public Health, Councilwoman Tedisco.
No report, Mayor. Meeting is next month.
Streets, roads, and ecology, Councilman Snow.
Thank you, Mayor. Two quick notes. Borough Administrator's already touched upon this, but I'd like to advise everyone in the Borough Administrator to prepare the notice for townwide garage sales scheduled for Saturday and Sunday, June 21 and 22. The bulk pickup will take place immediately after that on Monday, June 23rd, continuing that week until everything is picked up. Residents are urged to contact the clerk's office after the formal notices are ready to sign up for the bulk pickup. There will also be a second pickup scheduled in October. And second, snow obviously remains on everyone's mind. I prepared a letter to the editor outlining our concerns, issues, and thoughts for action, which should be published in the local newspapers this week. I urge everyone to read it and contact us if you have any suggestions for how to move forward with snow in future years. And that's it for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. You have heard the report of streets, roads, and ecology. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Councilman Matthew, fire.
No report, Mayor.
Finance, Councilwoman Tedisco.
Thank you, Mayor. The Finance Committee is well underway in the budget process as we have had a series of meetings. I would like to remind the council as well as the public that the special meeting of the Mayor and Council for the budget will be next week on March 6th at 7 p.m. Introduction of the budget would follow presumably on March 24th at a regular council meeting with a public hearing, and potential budget adoption would take place on April 22nd at a regular council meeting. The Finance Committee welcomes our fellow council people, mayor, and members of the public to attend these meetings and share their comments as well as to ask questions at these meetings. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. I've heard the report of finance. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the net.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments?
Yeah, I have two questions. Councilwoman Tedesco, you said last meeting we were gonna have an estimated tax impact, for next year at this meeting. What is that?
Well, I was, in response to your question at the last meeting, I said I would try to have the initial tax impact. However, I actually did not receive that from our auditors in advance of tonight's meeting. And I would have definitely liked to have had it by tonight. I expected that. I did ask for it several times, and I've still not received it from them. But I'm hoping that, I really don't see why I wouldn't have that by the special budget meeting. And, other than the fact that, they didn't specify a reason, but perhaps with the fact that we've had a lot of finance meetings, once we got the budget workshops, we got underway with this process, and with the weather we've been having too, it was often difficult scheduling meetings between the three finance committee members, the borough administrator, the CFO, and the auditors, but we've worked around that as best as we could and have had a lot of meetings. But what this means is the auditors really jumped right into it with us, and they did not prepare the initial tax impact, so I would hope that they can get that to me by special budget meeting next week.
And I've read correspondence before that we were gonna get the budget sheets tonight.
Yes, that's correct, at the end of the council meeting.
At the end of the council
Yes.
meeting, we're getting the budget sheets?
Yes,
Okay.
there's packets prepared for you.
All right, that's disappointing about the tax impact, because you said you would have it this meeting, maybe along the lines of your suggestion before. We know we're not gonna have something big like that, maybe
Well-
an email or something like that might have been a good thing, because, it would be nice if we had an estimate.
I'm going to suggest, Councilman, I don't want to disagree with you again, twice in one meeting, but we really have to watch the emails. We have to be very cognizant of the Open Public Meetings Act and the fact that you can't be communicating by email, so I don't, maybe there's a way, maybe there's a mechanism by which something like that can be communicated to you, but it should not be between the council people.
I see absolutely no merit for an early notification of that whatsoever. I mean, this is why we have these meetings, to update people. I think you're totally within bounds, Councilwoman, to just announce right now that you don't have it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think we need any early notification or things like that.
Thank you all for your comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Buildings and Grounds, Councilman Petrozelli.
No report, ma'am.
Laws and licenses, Council President Palmer.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight there are two applications for a raffle license and a bingo license. The Laws and License Committee recommends the following: the adoption of resolution number 14-148 for the application of one on-premise merchandise raffle license and a bingo license to be held April 5th, 2014 at the Knights of Columbus in Garwood by CASA, C-A-S-A, of Union County, Inc. Also, Mayor, the Laws and License Committee met and discussed a few ordinances that we've been looking into, and after further review, we raised a few more questions that need clarification before we continue, and we hope to have something prepared for the council at the next meeting. And Mayor, you asked this committee to look into ordinances on snow and see if we had any recommended changes. We reached out to Chief Underhill, Chief Thoroldson, Superintendent of DPW, Mr. Corbett, to get their opinion on the current situation. Everyone agrees that this has been a brutal winter causing significant challenges for the borough. We rose to the occasion and handled each challenge as it came up. parking is a problem for some with no driveways, and the mayor was able to acquire temporary parking space. Residents registered with the police and were told where they could park. Streets that became too narrow for parking on two sides of the road were changed to only parking on one side until enough snow melted or was removed in whatever way, until it was safe for the fire trucks to get through safely, I suppose. There have been other inconveniences for some, but each situation was handled by the police department, the fire department, DPW, and very often residents as necessary. After reviewing all the information, it is the opinion of this committee that no changes need to be made at this time to any ordinances involving snow. That is all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you very much. You have heard the report of laws and license. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
A second?
Oh, I'm sorry. Recommendation there and be adopted.
A second?
Second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Recreation, Councilman Petrozelli.
Thank you, Mayor. On Saturday, March 8th, from 6 to 8 p.m., it will be family skate night at One Acre Park. Also, the boys and girls basketball season, although many games were canceled due to weather, however, it was a good season overall, and our teams matched up very well against Kenilworth, and we look forward to doing that again next year. And that's all for my report.
Thank you very much. You have heard the report of recreation. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments?
I would just like to comment on this one. My younger brother actually plays rep basketball, and he had a very good year. And I will say this, they did make efforts to have makeup games as well, despite the weather. I know he had at least one, maybe there were more. And I think that that's nice on the part of recreation to do that, because I know sometimes with programs, makeup games can be very difficult to arrange and everything. And the fact that they made that effort, I know he appreciated, and I'm sure a lot of other players did as well. So, you know, another good year for them.
Well, I know that they did their best. It was just tough, to actually coordinate games with Kenilworth and getting the rest again. So, that they did their best.
Right.
Thank you. A motion has been made and seconded. We have comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council President Palmer, Committee on Aging.
Thank you, Mayor. Due to inclement weather, the meeting I had scheduled with the residents of the Point was canceled and not yet rescheduled. I will update you when I have a new meeting date.
All right, thank you. Library, I have a new report here. Almost right on the library. Mrs. Lombardo has indicated that the Garwood Library, it's not too late to pick up your blind date. The program runs through the end of this week through Friday. Book review forms will be accepted until March 14th, and a prize winner will be drawn from all the return review forms. March 12th at 7, the library will be presenting a musical adventure with Petrograss, a local group of musicians that perform bluegrass, sea chanties, Irish tunes, and popular folk music. Featuring Garwood's own Ed Majeski on vocals, banjo, and harmonica, and Joe Petrozelio on the mandolin. Greg Karachev on guitar from Cranford, as is Russ Kellner on the fiddle and Nancy Kellner on the flute, complete the ensemble. And please call the library to reserve your space as registration is required. On Saturday, March 22nd at 11, the library will host its annual kite-making contest. This is limited to 15 children in grades 3 and up, and registration is also required for that program. There are not any holidays coming up in March, so, unless we have another snowstorm, they're going to be following their usual schedule of Monday through Thursday, 9 to 8 p.m., Friday 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 1. In the event of bad weather, it's urged to please come before you venture out to make sure they're open for business. That's the report. May I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? School Board Liaison, Councilwoman Fusco.
Thank you, Mayor. I shared your information regarding the Lewis Bay Scholarship with the President of the Board of Ed. And she also happens to be the Garwood representative in Clarksdale. And so she has given it to the ALJ Guidance Department. I was unable to make the last Board of Education meeting as I was attending a finance meeting the same night. However, I did read the local news coverage of the meeting and report that retired board member Jack Sullivan was honored at the meeting for his years of service. Also, the school has been canceled 5 times during this winter when it only planned for 3 snow days and has had to adjust its calendar to accommodate that. The Board of Education has begun working on its budget, which must be adopted by the board and presented publicly on April 29th. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. I've heard the report of School Board Liaison. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments? All in favor? Opposed? Celebration of public events and holidays liaison, Councilman Moore.
Thank you, Mayor. Celebrations Committee held its annual reorganization meeting on January 15th. Following are the new officers, Kathy Bellagio, Chairman, Carolyn Guerrieri, Vice Chairman, and Liz Matthews, Secretary. There was discussion and adoption on the dates for the committee's annual events and the budget for each. Dates of the events tentatively are Easter egg hunt, April 5th at Hartman Park, Memorial Day event, May 26th at Knights of Columbus, pumpkin carving and decorating contest to be announced to be in conjunction with the PTA Trick or Trunk event at the school. Tree lighting in Santa, November 29th, Saturday after Thanksgiving, as to not interfere with the recreations department's ice skating at Warnaco Park ice skating rink. The commission is also in the planning stages of 2 new family-oriented events to be held in the summer months, specifically they'll be seeking sponsorships from various businesses for the events, and a letter's been sent out to the Westfield Chamber of Commerce regarding this. In principle, the one new event is the family movie night, and the place will be announced at future meetings. In addition to that, they're planning on having a family night at local restaurants to be held on Wednesday during the month of August at local eating establishments who wish to participate, where residents would get some encouragement to go to these restaurants, maybe a 10% discount on a particular day. So those are really the 2 events, the movie night and the family night at local restaurants. That is all from my report, Mayor.
Thank you. You have heard the report of celebrations of public events and holiday liaison. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and spread across the minutes.
Do I have a second?
Second, and, I'm sorry, yes, I have comments. I know it's kind of early to bring up tree lighting and Christmas, but it's better to bring it up early rather than after you already planned it.
Sure.
I remember last year there was an issue with the date of, or the timing of tree lighting and then ice skating. I think actually Councilman Mears had brought it up. That it was, Bill, do you remember what it was? If it was 2 close together,
It was
or?
the same night, and they've agreed this year to make it separate nights. I forget when, but I know they said it'd be separate nights.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to let Councilman know. Okay, thank you.
And Mayor, to add to that, Mike, I think there's ice skating this Saturday night, isn't there? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, not this Saturday, next Saturday night. Is that correct? March 8th?
Isn't that correct?
I'm not sure.
That's correct.
We have it correct, right?
What,
March 8th?
ours? No.
Whose is that?
It's Blues.
Oh, it's
Rebecca
red.
has skate night March 8th.
You have that, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a celebration.
No, you're correct, my fault. I heard you say ice skating and jogging line. Thank you.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board Representative, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Athletic Field Complex Project, Committee Representative, Councilman Petrozelli.
Thank you, Mayor. The monthly construction meeting was held February 18th at Borough Hall. In attendance were the Borough Administrator, professionals for the project, and Flanagan's Construction. The two-week update is as follows. All roof structural insulated panels are installed. All other installed structural insulated panels are secured, fully fastened, and insulated. The secondary roof is 75% installed. Interior partition wall framing is now in progress. All perimeter site work remains on hold, and Elizabethtown Gas is in the process of scheduling their tie-in. All information from the contractor and the borough has been submitted to the gas company. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. You have heard the report of the Athletic Field Complex Project Committee Representative. Do I have a motion to accept?
Be received and referred across the board.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments?
Yes, Mayor, I do have a comment, and I probably should have asked this earlier during the workshop, and it just left my mind. Actually, this is between, I guess, it's really for Mr. Renaud. At the last meeting, we had asked for some sort of RFP to start being prepared to get the information on the project manager. I know that we received a great schedule from the gentleman this evening, but I'm becoming a pessimist. Maybe it's because of who's living in my house with me, but the pessimist in me is, if I don't believe the schedule and I want to move forward, I'm just saying, sorry. Have you made any progress with that?
It's done. Was done. I should note that my research disclosed that we would have to, in order to do it as an RFP, which is what we would need to do, as opposed to hiring an employee, it would have to be a professional. As I indicated, we were talking about how we would, why it would not be subject to the local public contracts law bidding provisions. So in order for it not to be subject to the bidding provisions, it would have to be an engineering firm. So that's what we did. So the RFP is done. It went to the borough administrator clerk, and she's going to put it up and see what we do.
Okay, so it went to the clerk, so it hasn't been put up yet, though?
I don't know.
Tina?
Sorry?
Has it been put up, the RFP?
Yeah.
It has been?
It's out for advertisement, and if you get any proposals, you'll know about it.
Okay.
It's out there.
Council President, if I could ask you, since Mr. Renaud brought this up, that the RFP is for an engineering firm?
Engineers.
Is that what the school did too?
I don't know. We actually hired a construction project company, management company.
Okay.
But from what I understand in looking into this, architects and engineers can be project managers. So that's not I don't have a problem with that. Well, let's see what the proposals come back.
Right. I'm just curious as to what the school did, what they used. I don't.
We tried to find that out, by the way, and we weren't successful.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, can I just ask a question? We had such a big discussion about this last time. I was just surprised. Mr. Renaud, why wasn't that in your legal report?
I don't know.
Okay, and then,
It just didn't occur to me.
okay, that's understandable.
Robin passed it along.
And, okay, and why weren't the rest of us informed about that by the clerk? That was kind of like a big deal.
She was probably waiting for me to report on it, and I forgot.
Okay, all right. It's just, I just wish things like that could kind of not fall off the radar screen.
Right, and I did forget to ask at the last, at workshop, so that's where I wrote it out now.
But it is done now.
It's done and it's up and it's what.
Good to know. Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Officers' reports? There being none. Move on to the public comment portion of our meeting. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone, state your full name and address, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. You have nothing to say?
He must have told the freeholders a lot. He used up his question with the freeholders.
Say okay, and then we'll Bring
You have
up-
to make something up here.
Yes.
But,
Make something up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Bruce Patterson. 325 Willow Avenue. I look forward to showing up on the March 6th budget meeting and hearing that the taxes only went up 2%, as I asked back in the fall. I know I didn't hear any promises, but I know that the Finance Committee is admirable, and I trust their efforts.
I promised, 3 times already, I promised I'm not voting for.
Are you on the Finance
over
Committee?
10%. No, but.
Well, I'm talking
said
Finance
3 times.
Committee.
Oh,
Okay, any other comments, Mr.
Uh,
Patterson?
No, but I mean, you know, if the council members can't make the freeholder meeting, I'd be glad to give a report. I'll come there. If you're not giving me at least half an hour, but we'll got to
No,
that.
you don't have enough time to give your report.
All right, thanks.
All right, any other comments? Questions? There being none, we'll close the public comment portion of the meeting and move on to the consent agenda. Are there any resolutions anyone, hold on, it's three on here. Are there any resolutions anyone wants to leave from the consent agenda?
Mayor, I don't want to delete anything from the consent agenda. I have one simple question, and forgive me for not asking it earlier. On the bulk, $80 per permit, comma, per household. Could I buy 2 permits for my house if I wanted?
Yes.
I've done it.
Then why is it $80 per permit, comma, per household?
We sold many houses last year, 2 permits. Same language on those ones.
I'm just saying, is everybody comfortable with that? Okay, just a question.
Yeah, because we've also told people that there's a sheriff permit, more than one household will be using the permit.
Okay, just as
They pull
long,
their,
it just wasn't clear to me, if everybody's clear that somebody could buy, could somebody that buy 10 permits? Okay.
They have.
As long as they pay.
We have had more than one person in a house.
No, just 2.
Two, one,
Yeah, yeah, not
More than
10.
one, not two.
We've had 10.
Two, I saw 2 on that list.
All right.
okay. May I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as is?
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda as is, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
Yeah. Roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Council President Palmer.
Aye.
Councilman Martin. Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Niersted.
Yes.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Fedisco.
Aye.
We have 3 resolutions that are not on the consent agenda. Ms. Ariano, please read resolution 14-151 in the title. But you have to read the whole
Yes, I
resolution.
do. Unfortunately, I do, yes. Whereas the Greater Westville Area Chamber of Commerce is hereby requesting authorization to close Center Street from South Avenue to Hemlock Avenue and Beach Avenue from Center Street to East Street between the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for the purpose of conducting Garwood Rocks Music Cars Shopping Family Fun on Sunday, June 8, 2014, between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. And whereas the Greater Westville Area Chamber of Commerce is also requesting that municipal parking lots 1 and 2 be barricaded for use during the event. And whereas the Greater Westville Area Chamber of Commerce is also requesting that police officers be present during the event. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Garwood County and Union State of New Jersey, hereby authorize the closing of said streets and municipal parking lots for the purpose of conducting Garwood Rocks Music Cars Shopping and Family Fun on Sunday, June 8, 2014. Be it further resolved, the governing body authorizes that police officers be present during this event in accordance with the recommendations of Chief of Police Bruce Underhill.
Thank you. May I have a motion to adopt resolution 14-151?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 14-151, Mayor.
May I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? There being none, roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Council President Palmer.
Aye.
Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Matthews.
Aye.
Councilman Niersted.
Yes.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Yes.
And Councilwoman Fedisco.
Aye.
Thank you. We will move along to resolution 14-152.
Ready?
Read that, Ms. Ariano?
Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah.
Whereas a proposal has been received from Winter Ford of Cherry Hill, 250 Haddon Berlin Road, Cherry Hill, for the purpose of, purchase of 3 2014 Ford Interceptor utility police vehicles in accordance with the specifications attached hereto and made part hereof. And whereas said supplier represents the Borough of Garwood that is under contract 1301 with Cranford Police Cooperative Purchasing System, System Identifier 47, for the supplying of said motor vehicles at the price offered to the Borough of Garwood, to wit, $76,939.95 totally, including interest. And whereas the clerk of the Borough of Garwood has received notification of award concerning the supplier for contract period September 24, 2013 to August 31st, 2014, which states the supplier is under contract for such material and supplies with the Cranford Police Cooperative Pricing System, System Identifier 47, and she has researched whether said supplier is under contract for such material and supplies as presented, and her inquiry has resulted in verification. And whereas the vehicles are purchased under the Ford Credit Municipal Finance Program, bid number 78650, for 3 installments, each at $25,646.65, including interest paid in 3 installments annually. Total cost for said vehicle $76,939.95. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Borough of Garwood, hereby authorize the purchase of the aforementioned 3 2014 Ford Interceptor utility police vehicles in accordance with the specifications attached hereto and made part hereof from Winter Ford of Cherry Hill in accordance with the quote for $76,939.95. That's attached hereto, and that the clerk be and she is hereby authorized to enter such order on behalf of this borough and to sign such documents as may be required to consummate this transaction. Be it further resolved that the award of this quote is subject to the borough treasurer executing the appropriate certification of funds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
May I have a motion to adopt resolution 14-152?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 14-152, Mayor.
May I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? There being none, roll call please, Ms. Ariano.
Council President Palmer.
Aye.
Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Matthew.
Aye.
Councilman Neersted.
Yes.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Aye.
And Councilman Tedisco.
Aye.
And we'll move on to the third resolution. If you would please read resolution 14-153, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Neersted has volunteered to read it. Kenny,
Oh.
is that illegal?
Just to give you a break.
Mr. Arnott?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Automatically.
Whereas the 2013-2014 winter storm total exceeds 16 snowstorms in the state of New Jersey, in which on at least 2 occasions Governor Chris Christie declared a state of emergency, and whereas on February 14, 2014, the New Jersey State League of Municipalities wrote to New Jersey U.S. Senators Bob Menendez and Cory Booker, seeking their help for municipalities dealing with snow budget busting winter storms. And whereas according to the Federal Emergency Management Agency's snow assistance policy, a request for federal funding can only be made by a state's governor. The New Jersey State League of Municipalities has reviewed the policy and believes that a strong case can be made for New Jersey municipalities based on the cumulative impact of this winter storm. And whereas 565 municipalities are responsible for 28,933 of New Jersey's total road mileage of 38,752. Accordingly, every time there's a winter storm, municipal budgets have to bear the cost of prepping and clearing 75% of road mileage. Municipalities did not and could not anticipate the severity of this year's winter, which has exhausted the resources of local governments all around the state. Now therefore be resolved by the Council of the Borough of Garwood, County of Union, State of New Jersey, hereby supports the request by the New Jersey State League of Municipalities to Governor Chris Christie to submit a declaration of need for FEMA assistance to the municipalities in the state of New Jersey, specifically Borough of Garwood. Be further resolved, this resolution be sent to New Jersey U.S. Senators Bob Menendez and Cory Booker, all legislators in the state of New Jersey, Governor Chris Christie, and the New Jersey State League of Municipalities.
Done?
Done.
May I have a motion to adopt resolution 14-153?
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second.
Discussion? There being none, roll call please, Ms. Ariano.
Council President Palmer.
Aye.
Councilman Martin.
Aye.
Councilman Matthew.
Aye.
Councilman Neersted.
Yes.
Councilman Petrozelli.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Tedisco.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Is there any new business for mayor and council?
No, Mayor.
we have anything brand new? Haven't everybody?
Be resolved, the following claims as approved be in the same are hereby ordered paid when properly signed and verified, and the payment of payrolls as listed is hereby confirmed and ratified.
May I have a motion to adopt the payment of claims?
I'll make a motion to adopt the payment of claims, Mayor.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Council President Palmer.
Aye.
Councilman Martin. Councilman Matthew.
Aye.
Councilman Mearscliffe.
Yes.
Council Petrozelli.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Cadisco.
Aye.
Thank you. There will be a special workshop meeting of the mayor and council on Thursday, March 6, 2014, at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. Action may be taken. The public is encouraged to attend. The regular meeting of mayor and council will be held on Tuesday, March 11, 2014, in the council chamber at 7:15. Workshop session will start at 7. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
May I have a second?
I don't think I did.